Welcome, and this is Tea Time with a Cup of Chase. I'm Chase.
I'm Tyler.
Tanner.
And we're here to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I'm pretty decently, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy VII. This is something that's been a long time coming that we've been waiting for. What about you guys?
I've never played the game, but I am very heavily versed in the lore of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Strictly Final Fantasy VII, because Cloud and Sephiroth, man, they're badass.
Yeah.
And the only thing I know about Final Fantasy VII is Cloud, Sephiroth, and that chick. What's her name?
Aerith.
Aerith. She dies.
Aerith. Aerith.
Whatever it is.
So you know,
I only know that because of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Man, so I won't dive into it too much because I want you guys to be able to experience it for yourselves or be able to at least watch me play it, and then I'll have you guys play it because I want you guys to like it, maybe hopefully just as much as I do.
I loved 15.
Yeah.
So
Here's the thing, it's backed by Nomura, so
right.
that's kind of like an almost automatic save
Absolutely.
to me, just because I'm like, all right, at least it's in capable hands, you know. I really, really hope to see that this game is going to be just as good as we always thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's not like Kingdom Hearts 3 where we had so much build up and then we were kind of like, there were some things that were great about it, we were let down about it. This game is literally beat for beat the original Final Fantasy VII, but it's going to be, it's incredibly in depth.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just like it is exactly Final Fantasy VII like back in the day. It's just remastered,
absolutely,
and tweaked a little bit.
And they may throw in some Easter eggs or
callbacks.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. I just cannot wait to see how the gameplay I showed you just a little bit,
That's good.
And it's nice. It's clean. It kind of gives you, I think it's two different kind of combats that you can choose from. I won't go too much into it because I know you want to go blind.
Well,
to an extent.
I want to go into this blind.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So do we know for sure this is gonna be episodic? Because I remember when they first announced that they were definitely going to go episodic, but I haven't heard much about it since then. So I'm not sure if they're still doing episodic or not.
It's episodic?
Yeah.
Kind of like how, and so the original game was, I think it was 2 discs altogether. CD1, CD2.
Gigantic.
So it's kind of going to be like in that format because, I can't remember who, but they told me that essentially what they maybe want to do is have Midgar, where they're at, be mapped out to a point where it's just as big as being in Red Dead Redemption, kind of as far as ever expanding.
Okay.
But maybe it's just there for now, and you're doing a bunch of what you have to do in the game, and then later on it'll have you going to another part of it, just like CD1 and then CD2 does.
Okay.
People are on the fence about that. Obviously, because it's not going to be like free DLC or anything. You're going to have to pay for it again.
Yeah.
The other thing is whether or not it's going to be a whole other $60 for a whole other game.
That was my other question.
Or if they're lenient and they're like, if you bought the first one, then you get this one for a more decent price. And then obviously when the second one's coming out, then the first one will go on sale because they will be smart about that. And then you basically are spending technically less on 2 games.
Right.
Yeah, but another way.
I don't know if it's confirmed, and if it has been confirmed, then I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like that. It would be nice to just get the whole game, and then they're just like, look, it's over 120 gigs. And I was like, you know what? Because Red Dead Redemption was 100 gigs minimum or something like that, or close to.
Yeah, it was more on the Xbox than it was on PlayStation.
Right.
And I don't know why it was like that, but yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna be. It's not out of question that we're going to be in the realm of games that are going to start being 100 gigs or more.
Terabyte's going to start seeing
that time's coming. That time is definitely coming, and it's close.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I see it when I'm downloading Xbox 360 games, is how big that seemed on 360 versus now it takes up barely any space. But then you download. That Xbox that you gave me right now, I literally only have enough space to put 5 games on there.
So you understand my struggle when I had
Minecraft, Fortnite, Kingdom Hearts, and Halo.
Yeah, it's really hard.
And I remember you could download like 50 games on a Xbox, which would be cool. And now it's like, oh yeah.
External hard drive, man.
I'm gonna say this right now. By the end of the new Xbox and the new consoles, I bet you we're gonna get games that are like half terabyte.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, that's another
something I
talk.
pray that doesn't happen for a very long time.
Yeah, but this is like the next step into getting gigantic episodic. And if it turns out good, maybe other people will start doing it. But man, it granted, it's gonna be gigantic. It's gonna be huge, and they're gonna like blow it up. But I can also see a lot of people saying, for like a business standpoint, a lot of people saying, "Right, Square Enix taking one game and making it into two, so we're gonna have to pay $120 instead of $60 for one game." I could see a lot of people going that way if they do like, $60 for 3 episodes. It's like, oh crap.
I don't see them doing that just because of the fact that, and this is completely off topic, but I mean,
15 was huge.
15 was huge, but it wasn't.
I've come up with a new
I think it's because 7. I mean, back in the day, it was huge.
It was.
Think that's.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
I don't see them doing that for every game just because 7 back in the day was huge. So I mean, this one's gonna be just as huge, or obviously way bigger.
Yeah.
Also,
I
another
don't see
thing
them
is
doing
too that I wonder if this is because do we have confirmation this is just beat for beat or like for 7? Because 7 is such a huge world lore. If they're gonna do this right, I would love to see them tie in Dirge's Cerberus or what was the PSP Vita game? That was
Crisis
7?
Core.
Crisis Core, like
the
that was like
game.
a huge story like that.
And that was its own
backstory
thing
for Sephiroth.
So I think that kind of goes back to I think some of those things will be Easter eggs. I like where your head's at, man. I really do. I do think. I mean, if anything, this game's actually going to be more in depth than the original was because they didn't. Back then it took a lot to get like really good rendered scenes in general. So you had a lot of just text box talk and all that.
And then you had
so they're going to cover
those pre-rendered scenes, which look even to this day. I mean, the pre-rendered scenes.
Oh, Square Enix has always done that. Always done beautiful. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I do think yes, it's going to in a way be beat for beat, but it's probably going to go in more in depth than the previous game could, or the original game ever could. So it's not a bad thing.
If they do episodic, where do you think this first part will end off at?
I'm almost curious if it's just going to. I won't say it's going to stop at this part or this part. If they do it, if they're going to do it, then I think it's going to be the same exact way that they did in the original game, where once you hit a certain point on CD1 and it tells you to switch to CD2. That's when it's going to be it.
I think, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, either that or what would be hilarious to me as a joke on them to everybody be like getting to that part, these huge fans who've always known, who've played this game over and over again, like, all right, this is where this last part, and then I guess I'm going to have to wait until this DLC comes out. And it says, switch to disc 2? Yes. And you just hit it, and then you just start playing the next part.
That would be awesome.
That's just a joke, just to be like, you guys thought we were really going to do that to you. Like,
Borderlands 3.
But, I mean... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna take it that far.
It'd be kind of cool to do. I will say though, like, I know a lot of fans have been wanting this, and I've been wanting this too. I don't know why, but being able to see fully 3D rendered cross-dressing Cloud,
man,
it's so hilarious.
Yeah, because there's a point in the storyline where Cloud has to kind of go undercover and cross-dress and all that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I've seen 3D renders of this already. It's like they're actually gonna go through it. It's hilarious.
Well, yeah, they have to. It's just like they are following it beat for beat, but maybe in better story. But I'm so excited for it.
He basically seduces this dude to get into the Mako reactor again. I think.
So. Yeah, you guys
it's been a long
way
time.
more.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, this would be the best experience, to get into Final Fantasy VII.
This one.
Yeah, and then when you go back, like you said, all you've ever seen was Advent Children, right?
Yeah.
Then when you go and rewatch that, you'd be like, oh my god, this all kind of clicks. Granted, Advent Children is not a masterpiece, but it's still a decent movie, and I like.
I like what they did.
I
like how they continued the story.
I was younger when I watched that. I don't remember anything.
Yeah,
I remember you and I talked about this. The only thing you remember is
The Sephiroth.
the kids who had like the like thing. Oh, you don't remember that?
No, the only thing I remember from that movie is how badass Sephiroth's soundtrack was.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my
Slash.
god,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still have that in my head.
Yeah, and so I can only imagine that's going to be a full-on orchestra in the new game.
Oh,
I mean, like, I don't want to keep comparing. So I'm a huge fan, and I think we're all huge fans of Nomura.
absolutely.
You know, and obviously what he's done for Kingdom Hearts and with that build up too, that soundtrack got better and better. And in 3, it got a full-on orchestra for most of its music. So I would hope the exact same would happen for 7 as well, so that you get to experience all this music, and then you could go back and listen to the original soundtrack and be like, wow, this is such a huge
I hope
jump.
I hope like there's like kind of like in Kingdom Hearts, there's like an extras on the title screen. Excuse me, on the title screen. Like if there would be like an extras thing.
Yeah.
What if you could just listen to the soundtrack? Because
That'd be cool.
that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Cue Sephiroth music now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Was it One Winged Angels with the song?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
God, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
it's
I want that playing in the background, right? like that this whole thing's One Winged
Yeah.
Angel.
That would be
So much amazing.
And another thing, this kind of goes with the game, but not with the game at all. Can't wait to see what future merch will be like for this game. For example, I would love to own a Sephiroth Funko.
my god.
I don't know how they're gonna fit that huge blade in it. They would have to be either maybe a bigger standalone one.
It would have to be
Just
for
with
the
a
sword.
long sword, which is ridiculous, but I love it.
But
And
it
then
would be
have
cool.
a Cloud and a couple other ones as well. So
Dude. Buster Sword Masamune.
there you go.
It's right up on the wall.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, yeah.
Oh, that's the name of it, isn't it?
Masamune
Yeah.
is the long sword.
Yeah.
Sephiroth's the
I knew the
Buster
name
Sword.
of it, and I totally forgot until you.
Well, with how long it is,
Masamune.
you'd actually have to put it all the way up.
Yeah, it's gonna go all the way to the
Yeah.
top. That curve is like so like.
It would be the current run, is what it would be.
How long is that sword?
I don't know off the top of my head, honestly.
Because he kicked y'all.
'Cause he's
he
like-
would kick
he's
my
like
ass
this
in
with
Kingdom
it.
Hearts too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say it's probably 10 foot. No,
Give or take,
probably
probably.
like 9 foot.
Alright,
Because
alright.
he's like up here when he's holding it.
It don't matter.
It's two whole people, at least, lengthwise. But
Should I? So talking about Masamune, a little fun fact: I was at the state fair like 5 years ago, right?
Mm.
And they sell Masamune.
Oh, of course.
This dude manhandled Masamune with one hand.
Oh, yeah?
He seriously, he took the sheath, right?
Yeah.
Undid it, and just went like this, and just went, and then pulled it straight down.
Oh, yeah?
Unsheathed it, and just one fluid.
So that lets you know he probably has that at home.
Yeah, he starts manhandling. I'm just like, this dude's a god.
Yeah. Yeah.
10-foot sword, just like.
Every cosplayer just wishing they could be him. You know, wishing to have that skill set, right?
I still remember that to this day. It's like 6 years ago. Like,
No, I really can't wait for this game. You know, I mean, really, there's so much to it, but with you guys just being like, you know, a fan and someone who's definitely interested in the Final Fantasy series, I can't wait for you guys to play it more than anything.
I can't wait
you know?
either.
I remember I played it with my brother.
play.
And a little bit with my brother and mostly his friend. And his friend was fantastic at it. He just knew how to just wipe in an RPG game. Like every RPG, you
It was
can
turn-based,
always
right?
break it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was kind of different. It had like a limit bar that you could do. It was really neat. And this new gameplay for it is just way better.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that people complained about in Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Is that they didn't like the new fight style, the new play
Yeah.
style. But in 7, the new one, like what you just showed me, it's exactly like 15.
Yeah.
And
I've come
I
up with
like
a new
that play
recipe.
style. I love it.
I think the first time they ever diverted from that was for Crisis Core. Crisis Core, I'm pretty sure, was the first Final Fantasy game that at least I remember that did the whole went away from the turn base.
Yeah.
It was good.
Let me blow y'all's mind, because I thought about this while we were just talking.
Yeah.
This is Nomura's last hurrah before he focuses on Kingdom Hearts.
Doing his own thing
Right.
and world
Or his own
view
thing,
and all
right,
that.
whatever
yeah.
it's going to
Yeah.
be. What if there's some sort of Sora?
Oh, here we go.
What if?
Hold up. We had
Crazy would that be?
What if Noctis is Yuzora's Nobody.
Face.
Yeah.
Who was in Kingdom Hearts? Who was the worst boss ever?
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. What if
Oh, here we
in
go.
this one the worst boss ever, Easter egg boss is fucking Sora?
Or even better.
Well, hey, that'd be
Sora.
hilarious. That would be
Yeah.
funny. I mean, like, I'd love to see that. Just
I don't
for,
see. I don't
just
think
for,
it would happen.
just for Nomura, just to be like, just want to let you all know, this is still all me. I mean, obviously, and the development team and everybody, that's part of it.
I don't
as
feel
well.
like he would put Noctis in it just because he hated.
Yuzora shows up. Yuzora shows up at the end and be like, I want to recruit you for the Avengers.
Yeah.
He just shows up at all the next Square Enix game. Yozora's
Yeah.
like the ending is like, we're assembling a team.
Yeah. He
We
busts
have
out.
Sora, Cloud, Sephiroth.
He busts out a chessboard.
Leon.
He busts out a chessboard and goes, "I have an initiative for you," and it just all starts right there. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I think we could dive down to that rabbit hole forever.
That's-
but
yeah,
I think final thoughts, honestly, as far as what you kind of expect from the game now, kind of seeing a little bit of it, and what you hope may happen and may not happen. So,
Okay, I loved 15.
yeah.
I thought it was beautiful. I love the way it ended. And that's the only Final Fantasy game I've played other than Dirge of Cerberus. But I'm hoping it's as beautiful and as good as 15 was.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah. From what I was seeing so far, which is very, very small, I think like the E3 trailer, beautiful, immaculate. And I am so happy after years and years of us pushing for this and then joking that we're 5 weeks away.
Yeah.
Oh my
Or
God, are
yeah.
we really?
put
Really
in how much time we have
Hours,
left
yeah,
until
right. Yeah.
right now we are
Close.
5 weeks away.
Yeah.
And like just saying that, I'm getting Kingdom Hearts feels all over again. It's like finally we actually have a
Started
date, and
for
it's like almost a month away.
It's here. We're
Oh,
almost here. Yeah.
freaking psyched.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door.
There you go. No, I mean, you guys took the words out of my mouth, honestly. You know, I hope for all the Easter eggs. I hope for all the fan theories that if there is some chicanery thing of getting a fight against Sora or there's mention of it or whatever, then good too. But I cannot wait for this game so much.
It looks
It's
great.
it's gonna be
looks
good.
really good.
So looking forward to it.
Me too.
But all right, this was Tea Time with Chase, and also Steven, if you could put a counter like down somewhere of how many times Tyler yawned, I just want to know personally.
Yeah, you
All right.
missed that one.
Are you tired?
Yeah.
Let's put one more in there.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Like, comment, subscribe. I busted that up again. Oh my god.
I've come up with a new recipe.